unreal finish to this game. Unbelievable game. Derrick White with the game winner with .1 on the clock. Literally put it up with about 1.15 left, I'd say. And it went in as the buzzer beater. Unbelievable. You have Jimmy Butler hitting three free throws at the end of the game. Smart misses a three-pointer that literally rimmed in and out. It was in the basket. It rattled around on the edge of the basket. And Derrick White, hustling for the offensive rebound, taps it home with .1 left to win it. The entire crowd thought that it was game. I thought the Celtics season was over, but it was a miracle, literally, to keep the season alive. Unreal. Maybe not the way the Celtics wanted to play down the stretch, especially in the fourth quarter. And it's the struggle with closing out games again, comes up maybe. But a win is a win. You're going back home in Boston for Game 7. Yeah, the three-point shooting wasn't great tonight, but you did get the win. Good performances from Tatum and Brown. We'll get to all that in this post-game reaction. It's going to be a long post-game reaction, probably about 10 minutes tonight. We have a lot to talk about. So we start with the quarters. First quarter was great. 34-29 Celtics. They take the lead. And then at halftime, they were up at the half. They had a 23-24 in the first half. Tatum had 25. Yes, in the second half, he only had 6 points. But huge from the free throw line tonight. Did not miss. Smart was really good tonight. And obviously Derrick White with the clutchest shot, I'd say, the Celtics season probably. I mean, that kind of reminded me of the Jason Tatum buzzer beater last playoffs game, round one, game one against the Brooklyn Nets, where he just put it in with 1 second. But that wasn't an offensive rebound. Unreal from Derrick White on that rebound. And then the third quarter, Celtics outscored the Heat 22-19. So going to the fourth, feeling decent, but I could just feel a Heat run coming. Celtics have held off the runs all night. There wasn't a single run by the Heat, and then it happened. They got the crowd hyped. And I have to say, Jimmy Butler was not good tonight. You know, Heat fans can say that. I mean, they know Jimmy Butler was not good. But this is the player Jimmy Butler's, even though he struggles, man, he had some clutch shots at the end. I got to give him credit. He had a three-pointer at the end, which hyped up the crowd. Good shot, man. And he made the clutch free throws at the end of the game. I was like, yeah, you know, Jimmy was bad this whole game, but I just knew he was going to turn it on at the end of the game. And Celtics weren't ready for it, but at the end, they got it done. Unreal performance. It kind of reminded me of Game 6 against Philly with Jason Tatum, where he was bad all game. Butler was bad all game this game, and Butler was terrific at the end to give his team a chance in this game. Tatum was really bad in that Game 6 against Philly through the first 3 quarters, but in the fourth quarter, he really turned it on that game. And your best players have to come out at the best moments. So, yeah, there's that. Let's get to the scoring a little bit here. Tatum with 31, like I said, 25 in the first half, just 6 in the second half, as they're interviewing Jaylen Brown right now on the post-game show, just watching it while I have it on the background while you guys are on. Jaylen Brown with 26. Like I said, the free throws, Tatum 15 of 15, 11 rebounds for Tatum and 5 assists, 10 rebounds and 3 assists for Brown, both double-doubles for them. 0 of 8 from 3 for Tatum, not terrific. 0 of 8 from 3 is not good. 0 of 4 from 3 for Brown, also not great, but, you know, they found other ways. Tatum was making some good layups. Jimmy Butler is a very good defender, and he was driving past him in the first quarter. A couple times he just made a really nice move, using that Euro step of his to get some layups. And yeah, Marcus Smart with 21. Smart was really the only guy. Derrick White and Marcus Smart were the only guys in the entire team that made a three-pointer tonight, and they were really the only guys that I could trust to make a three-pointer tonight. Smart had a couple really nice shots. Smart had an and one as well. He just brings so much energy to the team. They say like he's the spark plug of the team. That's for sure. Brings so much energy, shows so much heart. A lot of people don't like him because he flops, but that he shows passion out there. He gives it his all every game. 21 points for him. Like I said, a huge and one play, and then obviously Derrick White, 3-7 from three, which doesn't seem amazing, but he's been so good this series. His 3-point shooting, and just his effort overall has been great all series long. By the way, that alley-oop dunk they just showed by Robert Williams was amazing. Tatum with the lob pass, Robert Williams goes up and just throws it down with the alley-oop. That was awesome. So Derrick White, like I said, 3-7 from three tonight. Another good three performance. And then obviously the clutch buzzer beater to keep the Celtics season alive, man. I might have to get a Derrick White jersey. I'm not going to lie, man. And then Al Horford, also Derrick White with 3 blocks. Al Horford, 4 points. Didn't take too many shots. He had a dunk. On a fast break, he had a dunk. But it was his defense tonight. He had a clutch block on, I think it was Bam Adebayo. I think he had it was a clutch block on, I'm pretty sure it was Bam. And then Grant Williams definitely struggled tonight with 1 point off the bench. But Robert Williams was good again. I can't tell you enough how good Robert Williams has been. He doesn't play insanely much off the bench, but he brings just the defensive intensity. He shows, you could tell the effort on both ends of the floor. Great defensively, and then he's catching alley-oops on the offensive side of the floor. And great night from him. He had an and one as well. That was really nice. But yeah, as for the Heat side, like I said with Butler, and he struggled all game, but he did really come alive at the end and made some really clutch shots. So Butler with 24 on the night, 11 rebounds, 8 assists. He also, got to say, he did impact the game in other ways. 8 assists, 11 rebounds, getting close to a triple-double. Caleb Martin, again, man, this guy. All series long, the Celtics have just struggled because of Caleb Martin, man. The ability to knock down a three-pointer for him is unreal. He's been really good this series. He's 4 of 8 from 3 tonight, 21 points and 15 rebounds. That is a lot of rebounds. And then Gabe Vincent, like I said, he was 6 of 18 from the field. Not great, but, like I said, for him, the ability to knock down a three. He had a really long three from pretty far out. So, Adebayo, it was definitely pretty rough for Bam tonight. But he didn't turn the ball over at all. 13 rebounds, 5 assists, 11 points, 4-16 from the field. And Strus with 10 points. Duncan Robinson with 13 points at the end. He came off the bench on fire. I was worried. Luckily, he did miss a shot with about a minute or so left. Lowry with 8, Zeller with 1 point. So that's it for the scoring. So many highlights, so many takeaways in this game. Unbelievable game to watch. Just so stressful, though. It literally reminded me of that Eastern Conference Final last year, Game 7, because Duncan Robinson took a shot at the end. I personally, though, don't think it was the wrong shot. Like I said with last year's Jimmy Butler, I think he took the right shot taking that 3 last year. I know it's weird to bring it up, but I'm just saying, I think it was the right move last year. He'd been so good that series. I think he definitely should have taken it. And then with this game, you have Duncan Robinson taking... he had an open 3, so I don't blame him. And then, they get the ball back. They get the lead off the 3 free throws from Butler. I didn't really think you should have fouled Butler there. Personally, I don't think that's on Horford either. Horford has been a great defender all playoffs, and he was doing a good job on Butler, but he did foul him. It's definitely 3 free throws, but I just think that is a contested shot. If you can just contest it a little bit, that is a really tough step-back shot for Butler. I think you give him that. I'm not saying he can't make it, because of course he can make it. I just think it's really, really tough from that right corner there to make that shot, especially from a fadeaway kind of standpoint, if from the back foot. But yeah, so like I was saying there, um, Celtics, man, they kind of, like, you know, 12 turnovers. Doesn't seem like that much because both teams have kind of been turning over the ball a lot this series. But 12 turnovers, it felt like a lot more. Celtics had a couple of turnovers I just feel like shouldn't have happened. But 8 blocks to 5, offensive rebounds 17 to 12. I don't mind that stat. You got offensive rebound. What I do mind though is just the effort on some of the offensive rebounds. Some of the offensive rebounds the Celtics were fighting for, but some of them, Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo were getting some offensive rebounds, and the Celtics have to show more effort, have to contest those offensive rebounds a little better. But like I was saying, not too big of a deal. Free throws were good tonight. The 3-pointers, I'm a little worried about that. Um, it's crazy, though, to think that we just won a game where we went 7 for 35 from 3. That is unreal. Um, you could argue, though, the Celtics didn't deserve to win this game because they had 12 turnovers and they shot 20% from 3, which isn't good. But like I said, win is a win. Derrick White with a clutch shot. 7 for 35 from 3. Just not good. Got to be better next game. But they were really good from 3 the past 2 games, so I guess I can give him an off day, 43% from the field. Yeah, Heat did struggle from the field, but the Heat were really good from 3, 46%. I mean, that's 5, I think they said 5 elimination game wins for the Celtics this postseason. And also, just a quick note, that is the 4th team in NBA history that has been down 3-0 and has forced a Game 7. I mean, I obviously really, 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 really want them to win the Game 7 because they've given the Heat a series. But in the end, man, I mean, down 3-0, Celtics just didn't look good the first 3 games. They didn't look like the team they were this regular season and the postseason in the first 2 rounds. But these last couple games, man, they've really, maybe not this game as much, but especially those first Game 4 and 5, showed the true potential of this team. And Game 5 was also, I think, Game 6, good performance. Yeah, don't know what else. I mean, we could definitely see some history here, too. This would be, if the Celtics just need to get one more win, and they will become the first team in NBA history down 3-0 in a best-of-7 series to come back and win the next 4. And, man, they just need one more. It's just down 3-0. I was thinking to next season, I was, great season, guys, but they didn't show enough energy in the first couple games, and they got outplayed. They simply got outplayed, got outworked. But Game 4, you could tell better. Game 5, they came out on fire, gave a good win in front of the home crowd. Game 6, struggled at the end, figured it out in the end with a clutch shot from Derrick White to take the win here. And like I said, you have everybody impacting. No Brogdon tonight. Jaylen Brown was in foul trouble most of the game. Yes, he only had 4 fouls. He had 4 fouls by, I think it was early third quarter-ish. It was 9 minutes left in the third quarter. I could be wrong. I think that's correct, though. But, yeah. Jaylen Brown in foul trouble most of the time. And Brogdon, your best player off the bench, even though Robert Williams, Grant Williams, they've been great off the bench this playoffs as well. But Brogdon is your 6th man of the year. Missing him is not good. It's huge loss because off the bench you need those points when Tatum and Brown need a break. And Smart and White tonight especially came through. Obviously, Tatum and Brown were great. Another 30-point game for Tatum. Struggling from 3. But like I said, Brown, Smart, and White really provided that spark for the offense, hitting 3s, connecting on 3s. And hopefully, I am pretty certain that Brogdon will be good to go for Game 7. I imagine he'll be good to go for Game 7. He might not be exactly 100%, but I think he should be good to go for Game 7. And yeah, guys, just a couple final thoughts here. I mean, not much else to add. It's been definitely a longer reaction tonight because we had so much to talk about. Derrick White, thank you so much. You saved the Boston Celtics season. I'm not going to get a Derrick White jersey, but I don't know. I'm thinking about it maybe after this game winner. Unreal performance tonight. GG's to the Heat, though. They played a good game, especially at the end. Like I said, Jimmy Butler, man, struggled, came out at the end, played well. This is going to be one exciting Game 7. The Celtics have to start off on fire. They have to hit some early threes, get into the rhythm from three, and then get into the game first. They got to be engaged, more engaged, get those offensive rebounds, create turnovers, but don't make turnovers, you know what I mean? Create the turnovers, force the Heat into turnovers and bad plays, but don't, lose the ball, pass it around, good ball movement, set up those open threes. If you miss some threes, that's okay, but you got to get open looks. They did have some open looks tonight, but I felt like, for the most part, some of their missed threes definitely were on some contested shots, so you can't exactly fault them for that. But the three-point shooting was not great tonight, I will admit. But we'll have a game preview for Game 7, which will be on Monday. Game 7 in Boston on Monday. I'll see you guys then for a game preview. Thank you, Derrick White. Let's go, Celtics. Derrick White with the game winner with .1 on the clock to give the Celtics a 104-103 win against the Heat. They pushed this game to 7, which is the fourth team ever to push the series to 7 after trailing 3-0. And then they could become, if they win this next game, they could become the first team ever to come back from down 3-0 in a best-of-7 series. But that is all for today for you guys in this video. I hope you guys enjoy. Have a great rest of your weekend. I am going to enjoy my weekend a lot now. Just knowing that the Celtics are alive. They forced a Game 7. And a huge win night, 104-103. Yep, but that is all. Hope you enjoy. I'll see you guys in the next video. Go Celtics.